Then she got a call saying there's someone waiting for him in the parking lot.
So somebody probably just dumped him here and then split, huh?
Yeah. What is that all around his mouth?
I don't know. You know what it looks like? It looks like dirt. Yep, dirt. I'm betting over here we got the tracks. Oh, yeah. Definitely an overdose.
Maybe his friends panicked. Just decided to run by here and drop him off so they wouldn't get hassled.
Always nice to have friends. Oh. Here we go again. Uh-oh. Gotta go. Okay.
In about 2 minutes, we're gonna have every goddamn newspaper, radio station, television station down here, so just gonna hold on.
It's all a mess. It's an absolute mess. It's all screwed up in there.
Well, everybody's down here for this one. Break it to me gently, please.
All right, let's go ahead and separate the parents now. Angela, I want you to stick with the wife. Roy, stick with the infant. Now, keep the chain of evidence, all right?
Okay.
Everybody's got to get suited up. Both parents are all over everything in there. There's nothing contaminated.
We got a call about half an hour ago from the father, hysterical, saying he found his daughter dead.
Lord have mercy.
Would you have a look for me? Father says he found her in the alley there.
In the alley there. What does that mean now?
Kurtz, go ahead.
What is in the alley?
Apparently, mother woke up about 6 a.m., went into the baby's room to give her a feeding, found the crib empty and the window wide open.
So an abduction?
Yeah, abduction. Father did mouth-to-mouth. Paramedics here did their thing.
So what are we looking for here, Sergeant?
Well, I need to know as soon as possible whether or not you think she was molested.
She's gonna have to go to the morgue for that.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Come on, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
What did you do when you saw the baby's crib was empty there?
I looked out the baby's window and I could see the ladder here.
Why didn't you call the police?
But I didn't want to waste time. My baby was missing, maybe just a couple of minutes. I didn't know.
Oh, it's understandable. So what'd you do next?
I climbed down the ladder and I could see the gate to the alley was open, so I went out there.
You want to show us? Take us out back there?
I looked to see if there was anyone around here.
You see anybody?
No.
Where was the baby's blanket when you found it?
Right in the middle of the alley down there. I know it was her blanket right away, so I ran to it.
Okay, you ran down there, you saw the blanket. Did you pick it up?
Yeah. Picked it up.
Okay, you picked it up. Now, what made you think to go take a look in the garage there?
The garage door was halfway up. It seemed weird to me, and I had this feeling I should go in there.
Okay, hold it. You can't go any farther.
I don't feel so good.
Take it easy.
Stay with her. What happened?
He fainted.
How's the wife?
She's in shock. I think I'm gonna call for her doctor.
I'm gonna take a look around inside the house here. Keep them separated, huh?
All right.
All yours.
Okay. I I guess we're still waiting on forensics?
Yeah, they're still on the scene.
How old was she?
11 months.
I'm done with you guys. Found dumped at the hospital.
This is him? What do we know?
He wasn't an OD.
He wasn't an OD.
No. He suffocated. His lungs were filled with fluid.
So as long as they're full of fluid, his mouth is full of dirt.
Yeah, go figure that one. I sent the lung tissues on over to toxicology.
Okay. Did you notice the burns on his arm? Any idea what those are from?
It's looking like a chemical burn. Tox has tissue samples.
A chemical burn? Oh, some kind of chemical reaction. Maybe that's what caused the damage to his lungs.
Maybe. Good a guess as any.
Probably, yeah.
Pretty nasty, whatever it was. What's the story on the infant?
God only knows. And he ain't telling.
Glad I didn't draw that one.
Yeah, well, I gotta go in.
The crib being next to the window like that, somebody could scoop that kid and be gone in a shot.
Now, this glass breaking had to make some noise. Did the parents hear anything?
No, I slept through it.
Well, whose ladder is it? Anybody know?
Yeah, it belongs to the family. Father said he keeps it out in the garage.
So his prints are going to be all over it, too. And all over this room, and then the gate out back, and the baby blanket, and the baby herself.
Yeah, so both the parents are contenders for this. Anybody else?
Well, let's say for argument's sake it's B&E gone wrong.
Okay.
All right, so the guy's got the ladder. He comes up, risks breaking the window, waking the folks inside.
Yeah, but that window could have been broken by accident by the end of the ladder.
Oh, I could have woken the baby, and he's inside real quick, trying to keep it quiet, and panics on the retreat.
Not me. I break a window, I'm gone like a shot. And likewise, I hear a baby crying. It's like a 5-alarm fire to a mother, right? Baby crying? Am I wrong?
So what you're saying is you don't think it's a B&E?
No.
All right, then the baby was the target here from the get-go.
All right, you heard the baby crying at what time?
2:30. The first time. Around then.
And what did you do about that?
I stayed in bed and listened to her. It's what the book said to do. You're supposed to let her cry till she stops.
So you were trying to get her to sleep through the night then? What?
I should have gone in.
Let's talk about the last couple of days around the neighborhood. Did you happen to notice any strangers giving you the eye? You know, somebody who might have seemed out of place or watching the house?
I didn't notice. I didn't know.
Knock, knock. Kelly wants you to review all these.
All of these?
Mm-hmm.
I know his plan. He's gonna try and bury me under this paperwork, right?
Well, you do fall behind.
Yeah?
Just a little bit.
I know I fall behind. I know about falling behind, okay? Thank you.
So listen, the dead guy you found in front of the hospital eating dirt.
Now, what do you think's happening there?
With the dirt, I don't know. Vitamin deficiency, maybe?
Is there something you wanted to tell me?
Yes. Got an ID off his fingerprints. He's got a big fat record.
The idea?
Eric DeWitt, 24 years old, 18 months for possession for the purpose of trafficking, 16 months for intent, a couple of assault charges, and this is the part you might find interesting. He's wanted on a Canada-wide warrant for the operation of a methamphetamine lab.
A methamphetamine lab, that's speed.
Crystal meth, yeah.
That warrant's in here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You know what? That explains the iodine burns. That explains the lung damage, but definitely explains that dirt.
Explains the dirt how? What, you shoot speed and then you get a craving for dirt?
No, but if you got a chemical explosion, you're the cook, okay? It all blows up. Now your lungs burn, your throat burns, your mouth burns, and if that's the thing handy that's gonna relieve the pain, yeah, you grab for it. You'll eat dirt, for sure.
Eat dirt, sure. So, do you think we have an illegal chemical industrial accident somewhere in the city?
I don't know, I really hope not, because you know what? This stuff is evil.
I heard the baby crying. That was... I didn't look at the clock. My wife did, I think.
You wake up at any other time during the night?
No.
You said you got home from work at the maintenance yard around 6:30?
Yeah, give or take.
You notice anybody hanging around in the neighborhood, maybe in a car, maybe walking?
No.
Tell us about going into the garage.
Well, the door was open, like I said.
Do you know the people who own the garage?
No.
So you don't know if they normally kept the door open or shut or anything then?
I never go down the alley except to drive it, and then I usually come the other way.
Okay, you're in the garage. What do you see?
My daughter.
Wasn't it kind of dark in there?
I was late from the open door.
What'd you do?
I tried to give her mouth to mouth what I could remember about that. I don't remember. I was walking down the alley taking her home.
I need to know a little more about this blanket. What was that again?
In the alley. I saw it. I ran towards it.
Maybe you can help us out here. See, the blanket being there doesn't really make sense. I mean, if somebody's gonna take your baby, why take the blanket?
Nothing makes sense.
Were you and your wife on the same page about having a baby?
Yes.
So your wife's been okay lately then? Because, you know, sometimes after having a baby, women, they go pretty deep with that postpartum depression, right?
Sometimes they don't even want you in the same room with them.
You stupid bastards. I did not, and my wife did not, murder our own child.
This doesn't seem right.
It's Eric DeWitt's last known address and his girlfriend's last known address. It's the same building, it's just different apartments.
Different apartments?
Maybe it keeps the romance alive.
Oh, maybe I should have tried that with my marriage. Yeah, well, I'm gonna help there. Okay, well, when they're cooking it up in her apartment and they're cooking it up in his apartment, either way she might know, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
Call me if you need anything.
All right. I'm going right over there.
It looks like a soft strangulation. There's evidence of petechial hemorrhaging in the eyes.
Perhaps the infant was smothered in her own blanket.
Oh, I can't speculate on that.
Is this a sign of sexual assault?
Yes, I believe that she was raped. I swabbed for serology, but there wasn't any evidence of semen.
Was the asphyxiation accidental?
Well, with a sexual assault, I think it's reasonable to assume it wasn't accidental.
Any signs of previous sexual or physical abuse?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Why the hell take the baby all the way down the alley? Why not just park the car right there?
Maybe he doesn't have a car.
No, I don't buy that. He's gonna make a getaway on foot?
Maybe he doesn't need a car because he's local. He's already picked out that garage. He knows it. He knows he can get into it.
No, he's in there because he pet him.
Pathology says the infant was raped. Now, there were no signs of previous sexual abuse, but I still want the parents kept under observation, all right?
Yeah, we're holding on to him.
Okay. Any news from sex crimes?
Yeah, they're sending over a list of their pedophiles now. As soon as it gets here, we're going on a tour.
All right. Thanks.
Jesus.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Sorry, it's Dr. Vinci from the Vancouver Coroner's Office. Can I speak to somebody? Who's here? The music. Listen, I need to talk to somebody about Eric DeWitt. Is anybody home? I'm gonna come in. Your door's open. Okay, I'm in. Let me just get the music so... What's this? Hello? I don't want your stash. Whatever you want, I don't want it. Listen to me. I just want to talk to you. Can I... Go ahead. Can I talk to you?
Go ahead.
I want to talk to you about Eric, right?
Eric, is it you?
No, Eric's dead. Okay, Eric. Calm down. No, don't you fight me. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. God damn it! God damn it! You bit me. I'm sorry.
On my first year on the force, I had to take a prisoner out to the mental hospital. They got a psych ward out there for sex offenders.
Yeah, I remember that. They shut that place down. I know they shut down parts of Riverview.
Anyway, the guy at the door there who signed you in, he looks familiar to me.
I remember one time we were driving by Riverview. My brother and I were in the back seat cutting.
You know who Jack Willetti was?
Sounds familiar. Refresh me.
Well, I'm trying to if you'll let me finish.
Well, just let me finish, then you can finish. It's a quick one.
Okay. You finish. You were cutting up in the back.
Yeah, so the old man starts getting really pissed off, right? He says, all right, boys, knock it off or I'm dropping you off in that house. Pulled right up to the front door.
So anyway, this guy that I thought I recognized, I asked the orderly who he was. Anyway, the orderly tells me that the guy at the desk is Jack Willetti.
Okay, who's Jack Willetti?
He's a kiddie rapist from the 50s. He did like 16 people that we know about. Anyway, he used to be this real skinny little prick, and I could see he's got really fat. So, you know, I'd say something to him about laying off the mashed potatoes, and he tells me it's because he was castrated.
Oh, yeah. They used to do that to sex offenders.
Yeah, they take you to the nut house, and they cut out your nuts. Maybe that's why they call it the nut house.
Now they do that chemical castration thing, huh?
Yeah, that doesn't work for the shit either, you know, because it's not about sex. So all they're doing is screwing up even worse.
Is Roy?
Yeah.
Hey, Roy.
I got something for you.
I think this might be our guy. William Collette. What's his story? Well, about a year and a half ago, robbery was called for a break and entry. Father caught Collette trying to take his baby out of the crib. No. Collette said he broke in to steal the TV, woke the baby, and he was just trying to keep it quiet. Anyways, they couldn't nail him on the attempted kidnapping, but the Crown let him plead B&E.
You're kidding me.
Well, they might have got him, but his juvenile record was inadmissible. Any idea what's on that? Well, it's sealed, but I got a friend in youth services who was happy to fill me in. Apparently, Collette has been working towards something like this since he was 9 years old. 9? How long has he been out in the B&E? 4 months. And he's been moving around from place to place, but check out his latest domicile there. Holy shit. Same neighborhood. Worse than that. Collette lives right across the alley from our victim. Wow. Yeah. Nice one. Thanks, man. I think it's the guy.
How does that happen? How does a known child molester move into my neighborhood without me knowing?
Let's take a walk.
I don't want to take a walk.
It's okay, Malik. Let's go and get some fresh air.
Okay. Oh my God, she did that?
You gonna laugh?
No.
All right. It was terrible. It was like somebody took a bag of weasels and shook it up and let it loose with you in the room. Unbelievable. She even bit my arm.
You know, you're gonna get an infection from that. You should get a blood test.
Well, you know, my brother, when we were kids, he went to the zoo. He got bit by the spider monkey. He had to go back every couple of months.
What happened?
The monkey died. All right, this is Sergeant Kurtz.
Hey, Sandy.
She wants to ask some questions about where Eric was cooking up that methamphetamine, Sandy.
What'd you say?
I said, Eric's dead. Someone left him outside the hospital, and we're hoping you can tell us something.
Well, he's dead, he's dead. It's not my problem. What do you want me to do, cry? I was playing with the fish. That's all I remember. He was listening to music.
Okay, Sandy. Sandy, where's the lab?
Old-fashioned Superman, okay? 2 tones higher, like scales. 1, 2. Not like 2-tone things. I know this guy nicknamed 2-tone because of his shoes. He likes wearing them 2-tone shoes, brown and white.
Okay.
He's cool, right? And he's sure Jimmy's talking about him.
Sandy, where's the lab?
Sandy's higher than the old-fashioned Superman. It's not like getting hot, okay? More like flying, high in the sky, but it's none of those things, okay? It's 2 tones higher, like scales, like music. 1, 2.
Shut up. Where's the lab?
Or maybe he did mean 2-tone. You ever think of that? Not like it never happened before. On the way down, they were singing about Sexy Sadie, okay? 2-tone pointed that out to me. And that name Sadie, not like everyone had that name. Like 2-tone, right? So maybe he's right. Maybe he was there with it. Maybe he was there.
Mr. Collette took off yesterday morning. Left me a note in the mailbox saying he was moving down east.
Take his stuff with him?
Well, all he brought was a suitcase. His place is furnished. Does this have anything to do with that baby who was killed across the alley? You think Colette's the guy who did it?
Did you clean the apartment yet?
God. We've had my grandkids staying here one day a week. My husband's gonna have a fit.
Did you clean the place?
Yeah, last night I got a possible tenant coming in.
Did Colette say that he was working any place?
No.
Know if he has a car?
Yeah, he asked me if he could use the garage to park it, and I said no, I need it for my own car. So he said he'd find another place to put it.
Did he say where that was?
No, he never said.
Do you know what kind of car he drove?
Yeah, it was an old VW van.
Okay, your place here's a possible crime scene. We're gonna need to get a forensics team inside. A warrant for that right here. I think you could open up the door for us?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Got two deceased, a man and a woman. The maid here found them about half an hour ago. They're inside. Smells kind of putrid.
Yeah. Oh, that's crystal meth. Okay, out. Move, let's go. Right now, right now. Get hold of the drug squad and get the clandestine lab crew down here ASAP, okay? You understand me? And would you please go to the manager and make sure that he knows everybody has to get out of these rooms, okay? All the staff. Go, right now, run! Run! Everybody has to get out of these rooms. Hello, get up, please. Good morning. This is the Vancouver Coroner's Office. You're in a hazardous materials scene. You have to leave your room immediately. Let's go. Folks, please, could you leave the area, please? Away from these buildings. Sir, that's you too. We have a hazardous materials scene here. You have to just get right off the whole quiet, please.
Chick's in Colette's apartment now.
Christ, we can't get a crime scene that isn't contaminated. And the bastard that's responsible for this has got a 24-hour head start on his disappearing act.
Well, we send this photo out to every agency in Western Canada, plus U.S. Customs. So let's see what shakes up, right?
Hey, Ange.
Hey,
How's the mother?
not good. She's still at the hospital, sedated. You know, I spent most of the day beating the media back, and then the father shows up.
Yeah, wait a minute. We put him up in a hotel.
Well, he's at the hospital now. I told him not to say anything to the press, but he's pretty pissed off.
Christ, if the media finds out about Colette, we all better be standing uphill because the shit's gonna come rolling down.
Got that right. The coroner.
Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. How's this happen? Yeah, be right there. God damn it. Okay. It's right next door?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Holy shit. Look at this.
Whoever was cooking here, they had a spill of some kind. Looks like maybe that glass beaker there, the shards of it on the table and floor.
That's right. It's probably the same spill that killed that guy in front of the hospital. What do you think?
Could be. Take a look at that hose there. Going to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like they were trying to take the smell out here through the bathroom vent.
Well, it's the smell gonna give you away, right?
What they didn't realize is an old motel like this, it's got a shared vent with the room next door.
Right, so the container breaks and then the fumes just go.
Couple next door, oxygenating pretty good between the sheets. Got no idea what they're breathing in.
That's probably exactly what happened. Wow.
We're gonna have to shut this motel down for a while.
Guess so. There's a lot of product coming out of this room, I'll tell you that for free.
Mm-hmm.
Winston,
You all right?
did you speak to the owners of the motel yet?
Yeah, that's them over there. According to them, the deceased were regulars. They check in for a night a couple times a month. Leonard Carmine and Sarah Richley. Both married, but not to each other.
Oh, yeah. And what about the occupants of the lab room here? Did they say anything about them in the registry?
Well, I looked at the register. First of all, you couldn't read the names. They were too scrawly. But they said it was a man and a woman.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Well, that might be them. That might be Eric and Sandy.
The description of the woman fits the person who jumped you. Could be.
You heard about that?
Everybody's heard about that one, man.
Already?
Here's homicide now. What's up?
Hey. This looks nice and nasty. Speed freak setting up his lab in a motel room.
Last time I stayed in a motel for my getaway.
Never pays to go cheap, does it?
Nah.
Leo, I just picked up Colette at the border crossing. Bringing him up the elevator right now. Hey, whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Take him an interview. Give him to me.
You two guys come with me.
You want to tell me what happened?
No, I want a lawyer.
Oh, you'll get a lawyer.
Lou, give us a second, will you? Who laid the beating on him?
That's how we got him from the wagon.
That's how you got him.
Yeah, that's how we got him.
So what you're saying is he had a rough trip in a wagon from the border, and when you signed him in, he was already beaten up like that.
That's right.
If he takes a walk as a result of being beaten half to death, I'm personally coming after you and feeding you your badges.
You two better get your shit together, you know what I'm saying? You know who was driving the wagon?
Yep.
You better give him a heads up, too.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Excuse me. I want to know who the hell's doing the paper cleanup around here.
You do, sir.
Before you begin, I'm advising you that Mr. Collette isn't answering any questions at this time. Look at him. He's been beaten.
Maybe you can answer a question for us then. Mr. Collette here was picked up trying to cross the border on a bus. Any reason why he'd be leaving the country?
I have no idea. Now, either charge my client or cut him loose.
Well, we're gonna hold on to him.
Yeah, but you don't have anything on him or we'd be talking to the Crown, am I right?
What we do have, Mr. Tremaine, is a dead 11-month-old baby girl who was taken from her crib in the middle of the night. Circumstances similar to what your client tried to do to another little baby girl.
Similar, perhaps, but not charged.
Yeah, well, we still got 22 hours left to hold on to that. And that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Well, then I'm requesting that he be put into protective custody.
Why would you want him in protective custody if he's not guilty?
To minimize the chances of being assaulted again while in custody.
We understand your client had a rough ride in from the border. The traffic was heavy. The driver had to make a couple of sudden stops to avoid accidents. Are you holding up?
I understand you have a suspect in custody.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's good for it or not.
It's Colette, isn't it?
We have a suspect, that's all we can tell you.
Have you got evidence?
We're trying.
I understand you don't have any evidence.
Look, I don't know who you've been talking to. Maybe you got a friend on the force who thinks he's helping you out by keeping you informed. But like I said, we're working on the case, and that's all I can tell you. I'm sorry.
How's your wife doing?
I'm going to see her now. What can I tell her?
Give you a ride over there?
Just down here.
Okay, Sandy, we found the motel where you and your boyfriend were cooking up the meth.
No, I want to talk to Eric.
You want to talk to Eric? You can't talk to Eric. He's dead. I already told you that.
Eric's dead.
Yes, I'm afraid he is. And here's what we know so far, okay? Eric and somebody else were cooking up meth at the motel, and then some kind of an accident happened. And then that somebody else drove Eric to the hospital. Is this tripping any memories for you?
Eric was in an accident?
Yeah. You don't remember? It wasn't you who rented the room at the motel?
No. What happened?
Something happened during the cooking process. There was a leak, and the fumes fried Eric's lungs.
Oh
is right. There's two people in the next room. Those fumes killed them while they're in their bed sleeping. You understand me?
It's not my fault. I wasn't even there when they were cooking it.
Oh, okay. So Eric was with somebody else then?
I ain't saying anymore.
Okay. So it was you who was cooking the meth with Eric, and it's you who's going to get charged with homicide for killing those two people.
No, I didn't kill anybody.
Okay, Sandy. We know there's somebody else there, and we have to know who it is. Okay, look what this shit has done to you. Now, do you want to see more innocent people die as a result of what you're doing?
Shit. Oh, shit!
Who was cooking that dope with Eric?
Paul! Paul was with Eric.
Paul who? What's his last name?
I don't know his last name.
Oh,
Fine.
great.
I'll just charge you with homicide, and you can sweat that out along with the dope.
No, all I know about is Paul.
Okay. Did Eric and Paul have another place they used to cook up meth?
Paul makes a lot of meth. He's got a couple different guys he uses to cook it.
Tell us where his labs are.
He keeps moving the labs around. I only ever been to one of them. It was at night, and I was high.
Yeah, did Paul ever call you in at your apartment?
Yeah, sure, all the time. Just looking for Eric or whatever.
I mean, we can check the phone records, get a result there. Thank you, Sandy.
The landlord says he rents out the garage by the month. I was watching the news last night and thought the guy he rents to was our suspect. Took a peek inside the window. On the passenger side, there's a baby's pacifier on the floorboard.
I hate these things. Ow. Ow. God. Ow, 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 ow.
Are you okay?
No. What's that?
Okay, this is the information you wanted on the availability of meth chemicals. That's
Yeah, I need
nationally, internationally, and really you can practically buy the stuff over the counter.
Is that list of the suppliers in there?
Yeah.
Great, because every one of those guys is getting a phone call from me. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. You know, when I was on Drug Squad, when I was a member, I couldn't count on my thumb the number of times we took down a meth lab. Now they're just everywhere.
I know.
It's not good.
Hey, we looked out on the phone records. Eric's partner's a guy named Paul Mooney, lives out in Surrey. Drug Squad's all over it.
I'm all over it with him. I want to know who he's been talking to. I want to know where the hell he's getting his chemicals. I'm going to take this file with me. I'm going to start making phone calls.
Get in line, we want him too.
Okay, where is he again?
In Richmond. He's got a farmhouse out there. Drug Squad's watching the place.
All right. I'm free to go, right? Helen?
Yeah? I don't see why not.
I got nothing from the UV light. And believe me, I'm looking for anything at all.
Any other artifacts belonging to the baby in there?
I got fibers, but they look like the wrong color from the baby's clothes or the blanket. And nothing's disturbed. If this is a crime scene, I'm not seeing anything yet.
So all we got so far is the baby's pacifier. That's it?
Yeah.
It's up by the front seat there somewhere?
Yeah, and the passenger side just under the seat a little.
See that right there? That bothers me. if you bring a baby back here to molest her, wouldn't you use the back seat?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I mean, look at the logic. We found the baby in a garage 2 blocks from here. Why bring the baby here? Then take her all the way back to the scene to dump her.
Makes sense to hop in the van and drive somewhere into the woods.
Well, there's nothing that says he didn't come back here, though, right? Maybe he's got the pacifier with him. The baby's already dead, leaves it back there. He comes over here, get in the van and take off, but, I don't know, battery's dead.
No, the battery's not dead. I checked it. And, see all the dust in the windows? There's dust everywhere. This van hasn't moved for months.
So, if this is our victim's pacifier, where the hell did it come from?
Where's the guy who tipped you about the van?
House in the corner.
Want to go get him? Bring him back here.
He's crossed the field. That old farmhouse there?
Yeah.
He's going back and forth between the truck and the house.
He's got another lab in there, do you think?
Another lab or it's where he stores his chemicals, maybe.
Is there anybody else in there with him?
Yeah, there's one other guy in the house. I think he's probably the actual cook.
Oh, yeah? So how exactly is this going down now?
The ER team is gonna go in. They're gonna go into the farmhouse because it's all boarded up and approach him on the back.
Okay, I'm gonna want to interview him. You understand that?
You can talk to him when we take him out.
Okay.
Hey, you want to take him down, no problem, but I got a double homicide I want him for.
It's okay by me. We're just waiting for an opportunity. Go get a couple of vests.
So you called us downtown, told us you had the van in your garage here?
That's right.
It was Detective Laboucaine you talked to.
Uh-huh.
Detective Laboucaine came on out here, took a look, found the van just as it was.
Right. I didn't go in.
Do you know Joe McNally?
Yes. I heard what happened.
Did you tell him the van was here?
Sure. Called him first off.
Now, about how long was that before you called us?
About an hour, maybe.
You see Joe come over here?
No.
Why the delay in calling us?
I got busy.
Joe, thanks for coming down. I'm just gonna need a couple minutes here.
I want to apologize. I understand I may have destroyed some evidence and compromised your investigation by searching for my daughter before the police arrived. And now this suspect may go free.
I probably would have done the same thing in a moment of grief like that. I can't imagine what's going on through your head. Come here for a second. Joe, all physical evidence in a case like this is crucial. It can mean the difference between a conviction or a dismissal. Now, if somebody accidentally destroys evidence or contaminates it in a moment of grief or distress, or if somebody makes a mistake, or if somebody introduces a new piece of evidence onto the scene, it can taint the whole proceedings. Now, if you were tempted to drop a piece of evidence that pointed at the suspect, Joe, I completely understand, but I gotta know about it. I don't want it screwing up a legitimate conviction.
I understand.
So if you might have been overzealous in placing a certain piece of evidence onto the scene, I want to know about it. I want it backfiring down the road and preventing a conviction.
I might have been overzealous.
Okay, thanks. I don't think that needs to come out. I think we can just not report finding the pacifier.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Take care of it.
Are you gonna get a conviction?
I think we are.
That's not what the rumors say. They say if the guy isn't charged within 24 hours.
Joe, let me do my job. Take care of it. We'll be with your wife, man.
Why not to let him loose? There's no physical evidence. Everything's circumstantial.
Well, Colette's got a history of this kind of crime.
His history's not admissible. The way a judge will look at it, he's got a guy who's convicted on a B&E who just happens to live in the same neighborhood as the victim.
Okay, we'll come up with conditions on him. This guy's gonna run.
Well, unless you can provide evidence that he took the baby, conspired to take the baby, or somehow participated, he's free to go. Look, I feel the same way you do. I hate the idea of this guy being on the street, but we just can't go to court with what we have.
Here we go, boys. You two stay clear.
Far enough.
Wasn't supposed to go down like this. There's nobody coming out of there.
Colette would like to be taken out the back door.
Fine.
Gonna be watching every step you
You're intimidating and threatening my client, Detective. Once more, and you'll be sued along with the officers who assaulted Mr. Collette. Excuse me.